Whether a child is a firstborn, secondborn, middle, last, or only child, their status in the family will have an impact on their behavior and personality. It was Alfred Adler who emphasized the importance of social factors in personality development. Birth order has been known to be a significant contributor to personality. Alfred Adler was a colleague of Sigmund Freud. While Freud studied the unconscious desires, Adler proposed that behavior and character traits came primarily from development. The effects of birth order do not come from simply being born first, last, or in the middle, but rather how a child is treated by their parents because of the birth order and their reaction to the treatment. The parental treatment combined with other siblings in the family or lack of is what shapes the child's personality. Please take a minute in your free time to go to YouTube and use this link, and this will help give you a little bit more information on the birth order theory. A firstborn child has the exclusive benefit of his or her parents' undivided love and attention for a period. New-time parents tend to micromanage their firstborn, critique their every move which creates a perfectionist. Firstborns will often seek approval from authority and tend to equal love with success. When parental attention must be shared, firstborns tend to feel jealous and overshadowed. One of the most positive experiences a firstborn has is nurturing a young sibling. This experience improves her ability or his to love and to be sensitive to other people's needs. Firstborns are responsible, ambitious, self-disciplined, natural leaders, and reliable. Famous firstborns include Barack Obama, Hillary and Bill Clinton, Beyonce, and J.K. Rowling. Second-born child grows up learning from the model first child. Because of this, the second-born are often more competitive at an earlier age. However, second-borns tend to feel inadequate when their older sibling accomplishes new first, overshadowing them and taking parental attention away from them. Because firstborns command so much attention, secondborns often have a large circle of friends, seeking approval from their peers. Secondborns are proficient at negotiating and often have well-rounded people skills. Middle children have the advantage of both a younger sibling to nurture, but an older sibling to learn from. They are known as the peacemakers. They often settle disputes between other siblings. However, the middle child will feel left out because his older or younger siblings command so much attention from his parents or her parents, so they are forced to create their own personality and often are taken interest in things that the other siblings do not. Second-born and middle children are independent, diplomatic, social, agreeable, loyal, and good listeners. Famous middle children include Bill Gates, Michael Jackson, John F. Kennedy, and David Letterman. Parents are likely to coddle their last-born, perhaps taking matters into their own hands when their youngest gets into trouble. Because of this, the last-born is inclined to believe that they are invincible. They are often labeled as rebellious and often likely to use strategies to draw attention, such as making people laugh. They are excellent at manipulating others to get their way. Lastborn are charming, creative, outgoing, laid back, manipulative, and self-centered. Famous lastborn include Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, and Ellen DeGeneres. Only children have the privilege and burden of having all of their parents' support and expectations throughout their entire life. They grow up relating to adults in the family, but they often have trouble relating to peers. Only children are likely to be spoiled, pampered, which adds to their last-born characteristics. Only children are perfectionists, leaders, mature for their age, confident, and diligent. Famous only children are Tiger Woods, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and Oprah Winfrey. There are exceptions to the birth order theory. Some common exceptions to the birth order theory are twins, gender, and physical attributes such as disabilities. These factors affect how parents treat their children and how the child is viewed by other siblings. We have twins. Because of their equal status in age and genes, the twins are inevitably treated the same in the family and thus likely to have similar personalities regardless of the birth order. There is gender when it comes to birth order. The sex of the child is considered an important variable. For example, if the firstborn child is a boy and the next child is a girl, she may get special treatment, even though she technically is the second born. Then there is also disabilities and medical issues. If a child of any birth order has a serious medical issue or disability, that child raises either to the firstborn status or the lastborn status because of the extraparental attention that is required. There is also a ghost child. Some children are born into families where the first child may have died before they were born. This causes parents, especially mothers, to become overprotective of their children, especially the oldest. Children in this position often become rebellious or may attempt to exploit their parents' feelings for personal gain. And then, of course, there's also the adopted child. Many adopted children receive the same level of attention that an only child would receive. There will always be individuals who simply don't fit the birth order theory. This can be contributed to a number of factors, either one previously listed or specific family circumstances. However, the theory is universal because everyone has a position in the family. Everyone who is a firstborn can compare themselves to traditional firstborn characteristics and decide whether or not it fits them. As a teacher, I will not sit back and watch the birth order dynamics unfold. I will look at the whole child and the combination of children I have in class. The birth order puts a whole new spin on the outcome of activities and assignments, especially in group assignments. When children are assigned to groups, most of the time they will assume the roles according to birth order. There will be that child who seems not to be able to get any independent assignments turned in and doesn't seem to care. Or what about the child who bosses everyone around but does not realize his or her tone when doing so? These strong leadership skills usually belong to a first order child. I expect to consider the birth order in my assessment of my students may very well help me to identify their strengths and tendencies and help predict outcomes before they happen. Considering the birth order may also help me curve potential behavior problems before they present themselves in the classroom. In conclusion, the order in which kids are born determine how parents treat and view them. Consequently, it creates unique behaviors for children. There are many traits for each child. Firstborn are usually compliant with rules, cautious, and like to control others. Secondborn are rebellious, tend to please, and sociable and peacemakers. Lastborn are attention seekers, outgoing, and self-centered. As a firstborn and the first daughter, I can say 2/3 is true. I find this to be a fascinating subject.